Today, I want to talk about a big new idea in American politics, the idea of a universal basic income. The idea is simple. It's that the government guarantees every citizen a modest cash income as a basic right. While once relegated to the fringes of American politics, this idea has suddenly come roaring into the mainstream, with high-profile endorsements from tech titans like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
Ultimately, we will have to have some kind of universal basic income.
We should explore ideas like universal basic income.
I am absolutely sympathetic to that approach.
So why all the sudden interest in universal basic income? Well, as strange as it might sound, the answer is artificial intelligence. We are on the cusp of a massive AI revolution in our economy. A revolution that has the potential to drive enormous economic growth, but that could also automate away millions of jobs by giving robots the ability to do far more than they ever have before. Already, even in just the earliest years of our young digital era, we have seen automation account for almost 90% of job losses in America's manufacturing sector, losses that are often incorrectly blamed on trade. In the near future, the arrival of AI-powered self-driving car technology alone threatens to put 3.5 million truck drivers out of work, and that's just one industry. Soon after that, we could see heavy job losses in the retail, restaurant, and construction industries as well. White-collar jobs too, although fewer of them, could also be susceptible to AI, with advanced algorithms potentially taking over aspects of accounting, tax preparation, legal work, and even medicine. Overall, experts say as many as 40% of jobs are at risk of automation in the coming years, opening up the possibility that millions of once comfortable and hardworking middle-class Americans will suddenly find themselves unemployed and rapidly slipping into poverty. Meanwhile, income inequality could rise, with those who own the new robots essentially pocketing the lost salaries of the people the robots replace, not to mention all the vast new wealth the robots help create. And with this, we have a recipe for massive political instability, growing inequality, millions of permanently unemployed with no hopeful future in sight, and a recent election in the United States that has already shown us how radical our politics can become when the powers that be ignore the grievances of disaffected working-class voters. So what's the answer to this problem? Well, a growing group on both the left and the right say the answer might be a universal basic income. A universal basic income paid for with a tax on those who benefit the most from automation, whether that's a tax on the robots themselves, the corporations who own the robots, or the wealthiest individuals who own the corporations. A universal basic income set up like that could help ensure that this massive group of suddenly unemployed people do not fall into poverty, while also providing them with enough stability to reset their lives. At least, that's how the story goes. It's important to note that all this talk about AI slashing jobs is just a worst-case scenario. Still, this intense fear bubbling up about the coming integration of AI into our economy is the reason so many people are suddenly talking about universal basic income today.
Policy is to give every adult in the United States.
Su política es darle a cada adulto en Estados Unidos $1.000 por mes, sin hacer preguntas.
Es correcto.
Creo que son 3.2 billones por año. ¿Cómo lo va a hacer? ¿Cómo lo haría?
Es difícil hacer si tienes compañías como Amazon pagando poco de impuestos mientras cierran 30% de nuestras tiendas. Necesitamos poner a la comunidad americana. Si tuviéramos impuestos de un valor de valor agregado de impuestos como los europeos, sería una economía donde suben los beneficios y pudiésemos gastar y circularía por nuestras comunidades y en la economía creando millones de trabajos y ahorraríamos en gastos como encarcelaciones, servicios de hogares, cuidado de salones de emergencia y también el hecho de tener una población de mejor salud mental, pues es una decisión que tenemos que hacer porque la automatización está desapareciendo muchos trabajos. Bajo la administración Trump se ha llevado a la automatización más de 4 millones de trabajos y vamos a hacer ahora lo mismo a pequeñas tiendas y negocios que van a ser afectados sus empleados.
Para entenderle mejor, usted dice que $1.000 por mes para cada persona por encima de 18 años, pero tener un impuesto al valor agregado para que la gente pueda devolver ese dinero.
Bueno, el impuesto de valor agregado estaría subiendo el valor del 90% de los americanos, pero tienes que invertir mucho dinero para que haya un impuesto de valor agregado de $12,000 por año. Sería entre $24,000 y $36,000 por familia.